single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name is James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2018 Ford Transit. It's a 2-litre TDCi130 rear wheel drive 350 EcoBlue L4H3 Euro 6 jumbo van. It's done just 28,000 miles and it's got full service history with 2 services in the book. Okay, so I've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be very popular, mainly because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here today with me in person. As a walk around the vehicle with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, scratches or dents. We'll look at the wheels and tyres, looking at the tread depths, looking under the arches. We'll have a look in the back, looking inside. I'll tell you what it smells like in there, look at the panels and whatever else is in there as well. Then we've done that, we'll have a look inside the cab, looking at the seats and all the functionality. I'll tell you what it smells like inside too. When we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet and have a look at the engine bay. And finally, we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis, and of course the spare wheel, if there is one with this. Right, so once you've watched your video, if you're happy with what you see and you'd like to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you're looking to finance a vehicle, we can go through an application with you which takes about 5 minutes and we can usually get you a decision within around an hour. It's worth mentioning that because it's a VAT applicable vehicle, I would need a deposit to cover the VAT in most cases. In some cases we can get around that, but that's going to depend on you. It's worth mentioning that while you're watching the video, if you think I've missed something or if you'd like to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask. It's not a problem. There's nothing to hide. I'd rather show you while you're sat at home than when you get here and be potentially disappointed. Right, so let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. I can't believe it, I just parked up some birds pooed on it. I can't believe it. Never mind, one of them things. Right, so the bonnet's in nice clean condition, no surprises. It's not done a great deal amount of miles, as you can probably appreciate. However, it's been on UK roads, so you know it's to be expected. There's going to be stone chips. I'll do my best to try and point anything out, but obviously I'm only human. I can only see what I can see. Right, so bonnet, ignoring the dust. It arrived actually yesterday, and it was not a great day, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But hopefully you can see from the image there's no nasty marks and dents apart from poo. Right, so there are a couple of stone chips and they are tiny. I don't even think they'll show up, to be honest with you, but there's a couple. So driver's side headlamp's nice and clean. It's the one with the black on it, looks quite nice and smart. Front bumper, there's a bit of grazing, nothing serious. The grille's in nice clean condition, as is the passenger side headlight. Passenger side wing, sun's coming out to play. Is in nice clean condition. There's nothing to show you in regards to damage, no dents, everything looks nice and clean. Passenger side front wheel and tyre, it's a steel wheel obviously, wheels in good condition. Tread depth, I'd say there's probably about 5 mil. Everything looks nice and clean under the arch. Over, actually let's have a look at the windscreen first. I was going to say, is it a heated screen? I don't think it is. But I can't see any stone chips or cracks. Pillars look nice and clean. Obviously I'm going to struggle to get all the way up there. I can't see anything detrimental on there at all. The front top panel, I can't see any marks or damage. Everything looks nice and clean. Passenger mirror back's in nice clean condition, there's no damage, and the mirrors are intact. So a decent view to take is this one. So I mean, straight away I can see there's no mismatch of paint, there's no misalignment of gaps, it all looks straight and clean. door panel. Again, it's nice and clean. I can't see any marks or dents. Everything looks very good. Down the side panels. And again, hopefully you can see from that, nice and clean panels. No nasty marks or dents. No real shocks, I suppose, at 28,000 miles, but you know, it's worth having a good look, isn't it, at the end of the day? So I can't see any marks or dents. Everything looks nice and clean. There's not actually any signs that it's ever had stickers on it either as well, which is quite nice to see. I think it's just been a plain van. Rear wheel and tyre, wheels in good condition. Michelin tyre, 4 or 5mm tread I would have thought. Everything looks nice and clean under the arch, no damage or anything like that. Rear plastics are in nice clean condition. Everything looks good, as is the rear quarter panel as well. Excuse me. Passenger side tail lights nice and clean. There's free from damage. There's no cracking. There's no misting. Everything looks good. Rear bumper, and again, it's in great condition. There's a couple of little bits of signs of use, but nothing more that you wouldn't expect, I suppose. It's not a new van at the end of the day. Rear doors are in nice clean condition. I can't see any marks or dents. Whoever's had this has obviously looked after it, which is not a normal van in the UK, I don't think, really. It's really very clean. It's in superb condition, actually, to be fair. Not open. Let me get the key. You have to excuse me, hay fever's really kicking me at the minute. Alright, we've got one of those special locks on the doors. I'm going to do this one-handed, I don't know if I'm going to not. Yeah, I can. So it locks into place, that's quite nice. It locks into place too. So, decent sized van obviously. Make a nice camper conversion if that's what you're looking for. I'm 6'2" and I've got a good foot above my head. So yeah, decent size. Panelled out, nice job, nice and clean. A couple of bits of damage on the floor, but just stuff that you'd expect, really. But yeah, nice and clean. Looks like it's potentially been a delivery van. Yeah, DPD group, there you go. But yeah, nice and clean. No nasty smells in the back. In great condition. It's hardly been used. So look at that side door while I'm here. Just noticed that one's got a bit of a damage on it. There's no opening that. Again, decent size opening, easy to get in. It's got the plastic panels on the side. Missing on that bit. I guess that's wires, is it? I suppose. Maybe. But yeah, spot on. Quite novel. Same 6'2", I didn't have to duck to get in there, so that's quite good. So the only negative I found up to now is that lock's got a bit of damage on it. Other than that, nothing else. Inside of the doors, there's a couple of bits of marks, but nothing more than you wouldn't expect from carrying stuff about. It's in nice clean condition, to be fair. Shut that up. Right, driver's side. Tail light's in nice clean condition, there's no damage. That's a bit of, what is there? It's actually got a little bit of a graze on it, but it's not damaged at all. Rear quarters in nice clean condition, there's no damage. Rear plastics in great condition. Tell you what, let's have a look down. Driver's side again. And again, you can see there's no mismatch of colours or paint, no misalignment of gaps, everything looks good. Right, let's have a look down the driver's side. Really very clean. It's in superb condition actually, to be fair. There's a tiny little mark. Might be a dint, just there. It's not going to show. It is a nothing, but it is there. So, pillars, if I can get up high enough, I can't see anything on it at all. Now, there's no obvious marks or dents at all. Everything was really very nice and clean. Rear wheel and tyre, wheels in good condition. It's like a virtually new tyre, to be fair. Under the arch is nice and clean, there's no damage. Everything looks good. So let's just have a couple of passes on the panels again, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I can't see anything at all. Really clean. Driver's side door. A couple of little bits on the edge where you know you open it if you open it against a wall or something. A little tiny dint just next to the lock. This one's had a go at it at some point, but it's not bad. A couple of tiny little dints just there, if you can see them. They're not going to show, they're tiny though, just there. Other than that, I can't see anything else. Driver's side front wing, and it's in nice clean condition. Well, that's it, oh, where they've done the back to black on the plastics, that's all. It's just a little mark on it, there's no marks, it's just where they've wiped the stuff on it. Mirror back's nice and clean condition, there's no damage. Mirrors are intact. Driver's side front wheel and tyre, wheels in good condition, there's no damage. About 5 or 6 mil tread. And everything's nice and clean under the arch. Cool. So, onto the interior. Driver's side door card's in nice clean condition, it's free from any damage, there's no nasty marks. There's a little weird mark there. Maybe someone's had a watch on and they've been resting their arm on it there, but nothing. Electric windows ×2. Central lock-ins there. Driver's seat. Bolster's really very nice and firm, material's really nice and clean. A little bit of bobbling on the seat there. Well, that would be from maybe someone's had like a pair of jeans with a stud or something on it, it's just caught it a little bit, but it's not bad. Bolsters are really firm. It's got the armrest with ratchet, so you can get it where you want. But everything looks really very nice and clean. It is a manoeuvrable seat. So, that's it. That's as high as it'll go. So quite a bit higher than that one if you look at that basis. And you can bring the seat base up and down as well. Let's see how low it'll go. And that's as low as it'll go. So again, slightly lower than that. There's no floor mats, but the floor's in good condition. All the plastics are clean. Everything looks nice. Alright, let me just put that in there. The keys. Jump in. Dashboard is nice and clean, it's free from any damage, there's no nasty marks, no nasty smells either. Smells quite nice, doesn't smell like it's ever been smoked in or anything like that. Passenger seats are very clean, bolsters feel like new, no surprises. Material's really very nice and clean. It has got the centre drop down armrest with cup holders, everything looks good. You can bring these seats forward as well, so if you've got your extra cubby hole underneath, your towing eyes there, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll never need that, but both seats do that. So I mean, you could have that as extra space if you wished. Yeah, all nice, clean. Steering wheel's nice and clean, it's free from any damage, there's no nasty marks, it's all good. It's got the cubby hole above with 12-volt socket and auxiliary. It has obviously got USB as well. Keys, and there's two proper keys, one remote key, one normal key. Start it up. Obviously I've started it this morning, so it's not cold, but obviously I've only moved it from here, so it's not far at all. To start it, just literally drop your clutch, give it a twist, it'll lose preheat and it starts, no issues at all. So it's come up with a brake pad wear service now. Other than that, there's no other warning lights on the dashboard, other than the fact that obviously I'm not wearing my seatbelt and the handbrake's on. AdBlue level under half full, so no big deal. But yeah, nice and clean, smells nice inside. Decent head unit on these. AM, FM.
Headlining that one as well. That's another good booking. So they've done really well with the bookings this year, I have to say. The Evie says.
So yeah, speakers are nice and clear. There's no distortion. Everything's good in that sense. Roof lining is nice and clean. There's no damage. There's no nasty marks. Everything looks great. Cubby holes above. Yeah. What else do you need to know? 6-speed manual gearbox. Edge unit's got Bluetooth. Everything else is nice and good. It has obviously got the service book and everything with it. Everything comes as you would expect from new, really. Steering wheel controls and everything else, obviously you know all about that, so that's fine. Right, so anyway, yeah, it nice and clean inside. Nice place to be, smells nice. Drives well, starts easy. Like I said before, you know, if you do need to see anything else, ask. It's not a problem. I'm happy to show you absolutely anything. It's not an issue. It's worth mentioning that we are commercial vehicle specialists. We have got a lot of vans in stock at the minute, and there's new ones arriving all the time. We've got lots of pickup trucks as well, so if you're looking for anything else, give us a shout or check our website, justcomparecars.com. As I say, we'd like to think we've got something for everybody. Right, so passenger side door card, again, really very nice and clean. There's no damage. Everything looks good. Get that out of the way. Got the bottle holder below and the cup holder above. And everything, as you can see, is lovely. Let's open the bonnet. To open the bonnet, you do use your key. So, key in there, left unlocks it, and then right releases the catch. So, as per the advert, it's got full service history. It's all up to date. It's had 2 services. So, as you can see underneath the bonnet, everything looks nice and clean. So, this is your turbo unit just here. And as you can see, there's no oily residue around it. There's no signs of any leaking or anything like that. No signs of any historic oil leaks around the engine block. Everything looks really very nice and dry and clean. Fluids are nice and clean and to the correct level. Other thing is, people do ask us sometimes we clean it and we don't, and hopefully the evidence is there. This is just as they come. As you can see down there, there's a bit of grime on it and whatever else, but there's no oil leaks. Oops, no oil leaks. And everything looks as you would want it to, well, as I'd want it to anyway. Obviously what we do, we are affiliated with the AA, so if it's got under 6 months MOT, we always MOT it, and if it's due a service, we'd service it as well. There you go. I'll repeat what I said before, you know, if you do think I've missed something, or if you want to see something in a bit more detail, specifically in the engine bay. Oh, hang on, camera's having a second. There we are, back on. Please just ask, not a problem. So you can see there's no signs of any historic oil leaks underneath. Exhaust in good condition, as is the chassis. Everything looks good. Rear diff is nice and dry. There's no signs of any historic leaks or weeping. All the suspension looks in great condition as well. So this one hasn't got a spare. But yeah, everything looks good. Everything's nice and clean and dry. Okay. So hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here today with me in person. Probably a little bit more, I know I go on, but I'd rather show too much than not enough at the end of the day. I think it's better to do it that way. It's also worth mentioning that if you like the vehicle, have a look on our Facebook page. There are more pictures on there that you won't find anywhere else. So for the moment, thanks for watching and sticking with me. I really appreciate it. My name is James G. If you need to ask any questions or if you see anything else, thanks for the moment. We'll take care. Bye bye.